sometime called Toes Up. Double shot. Regular Imperial Stout and Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Stout. So I think that's going to be a double header beer review tonight. So do look forward to that if you're interested. That will be live streaming tonight. And if anybody, of course, wants to do a hangout and stuff afterwards, I'll be available. But for right now, we are doing the Limfjords Porter from Denmark. I was just doing my research on Hamlet because for some reason I just really want to learn Shakespearean soliloquies already. For some reason I just want to memorize them, and I'm doing a pretty good job. And I was just doing a bunch of fun with Hamlet right now. And he, of course, was the Prince of Denmark. And we're going to do a Danish beer. And that's just how that goes together right now. So we're going to do a Danish beer. A porter. I'll tell you a little bit more about it after I get it in the glass. Listen to Tenebrae. If Tenebrae is a little bit too loud, just let me know and I'll turn it down. Ooh, pouring nice. Pouring nice. There we go. Beautiful looking beer. I'll just set that right here and I'll tell you about this one. It says Double Brown Stout from Thisted Breweries. From the Thisted Breweries, I can't say that. Ooh. Breweries. And this is a porter beer brewed with licorice, of course made in Denmark, product of Denmark, coming in at 7.98% alcohol by the volume, so that's fun. Love to just try new crazy beers from, because I've never seen this one anywhere. I picked this one up at, I think Sabatini's at Exeter. So definitely cool. Like a lot of Danish beer, of course, like some of the more traditional, not traditional, but more like huge, well-known craft beers, the Denmark stuff, the Evil Twin, the McKellers and stuff like that. But I've never heard of Limfjords, so it's really cool to get a chance to try this. It looks really, really nice. 7.9%. You're getting into that kind of robust porter category, so which is nice. And it says Double Brown Stout, so, there you go. Back in the day, stout was simply a term used for strong beer, a stout porter. So you'd have a strong porter, stuff like that. It wasn't until, like, the more classical idea of stouts came along when Ireland was doing taxation on grain. So after they baked it, you couldn't tax it, so they'd bake it, then put it in the beer. Then you get more of that traditional stout that we know today. But right now, we have this porter, and let's get into it. Let's see what it looks like. A little bit of pinnacle of a ruby hue, a little bit of a rind of a ruby hue, rather, at the pinnacle of the glass. Pretty much dark in complexion, a little tan, kind of khaki colored head right there. What's up, Brother Craig? Here we go. Cheers. That's beautiful roasty toasty. Beautiful roasty toasty, little earthy coffee. Cheers, Jamie. Roasty toasty, little brown bread. Little nice, beautiful earthiness, smokiness. Nice little bit of a nutty coffee mixed in there too, but very, very light, bright, light, bright, make a face that glows at night. Very roasty, toasty, beautiful quality. Let's get into it. Cheers. Little hint of nuance of baker's chocolate. Not very full on your face, but just nuances of it. Baker's chocolate, lots of beautiful roasty, toasty, brown bread, earthy kind of qualities. A little bit of a, I'm trying to say if there's a little bit of something that reminds me of a floral tone, just a slight floral tone. Might be a little bit of that 7.9% coming to the forefront, which may be a little dark fruit. Yes, boom. Licorice, that's what it was. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. That's what it was. Just a little something that was reminding me of something like a little bit of a floral tone, star anise, that kind of quality. And I'm sure there's a little bit of an ethyl alcohol coming through too, which might bring dark fruit, like a little raisin in the future if this sits, which is definitely a very fun thing. And I keep doing this with my hair. Sorry about that. I like the fact that there is a little bit of a star anise licorice quality, but it's very, very, very subtle. It's just right in the back end. Under all that nice soft caramel, there's a little hint of a caramel, burnt caramel. Then you have those little bit of roasty, toasty tones, a little bit of a nutty coffee kind of quality, the hint of a baker's chocolate, And under those earthy tones in the back end, you have a little rind of a nice little bit of a licorice, earthy, or a floral tone, just a little bit of hint in there, which is nice. It just mellows it nice, mellows it down nicely. A very nice porter. Very nice porter from Limfjords. Very nice stuff. Tasty. It's a bit thin. It's on the medium side of a medium body. I mean, the lower side of a medium body, that kind of area. It is extremely solid. This is an extremely solid beer. Very enjoyable. Very textbook, if that, you know, how it is. It's very, as advertised, you're getting what you expect. Very, very, very good beer. Definitely approachable. If you ever see this, it's 7.9% alcohol by volume, so it will age quite well too. So you don't have to really worry about how old this beer is. It should give you lovely dark fruits in the future. That even that star anise might even come up just a little bit too. That licorice quality, that licorice quality might come up a little bit more and bring a little bit of raisin. And you know, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad time at all. Nice little bit of an oily mouthfeel in there. That's a nice little lingering aspect. It's not too dry, not too earthy, not too coppercorn or anything where it just strips, you know, and it's not too thin either, so it doesn't strip the characteristics off your palate. What is there, very nice, very lingering, very tasty, and not overblown at all. Everything is very cohesive, Joe, and just very beautifully made. Love it. See if we can get some lacing on there. A little bit of lacing sticking there. Beautiful. Just shaving and stuff. I think I got some hair on my neck. Itchy. Itchy my nose too. Itching everywhere. That is a nice little beer. Like I said, it's not blowing my doors off. It's very, very textbook solid. Definitely a nice beer. I'll throw a grade out here now since I don't go too absolutely long. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. It's above solid. Usually my solid category is like a 7.5. Damn, that's a hair on my neck and it itches. 7.5 is usually my solid category. I like this more than that. It's definitely something that you should approach. You should, like, for instance, like, it's just a little bit under for me. Now, I haven't had it in a while, so I should actually do like a comparison kind of thing. I know it's just a standard porter, but you get like Smutty Nose Robust Porter. You get Founder's Porter, for example. This, I'd say, this is just a little under that quality. You know what I mean? Usually those are in the 9 out of 10 categories, which is nice. This is definitely coming off as a very, very solid interpretation of a porter. I like the fact that it's thin, but it's not too thin. It's very drinkable. I like everything that's kind of hanging around the palate. I might even give it an 8.5. I mean, it's a good beer. Let me know if you've had this before, your thoughts and opinions. If you ever see it, pick it up. Let me know, that kind of thing. I'm going to go over to Sabatini's probably next week. If there's another bottle, I might even pick one up just to have, because it's pretty good. You know what I mean? Definitely something that's going to be on my watch list if you see it around. I like the fact too, it's something that you can't get every day. You don't see this every day. I've never seen anyone review this beer, those kind of qualities. So definitely something very, very cool about this beer. And the fact that I was just memorizing Hamlet, and hey, he was Danish. Hey, Danish. All right, cool. It's almost done. And that's the sad thing. That's the sad thing. And thank you to Jamie and Craig for sticking around and watching me drink a beer. And you probably didn't catch the beginning of this stream, but I will be off work tonight. Let me know if anyone wants to do hangouts. And tonight, probably around 7, after the kids got their bellies full and everyone's just chillaxing after we clean, because we're going to be cleaning tonight and stuff, because I get ready for that Maniacs Meet podcast Friday night. I'm going to do a head-to-head live review of these two beers. The barrel-aged, this one's the regular Imperial Stout, and the barrel-aged version of this Imperial Stout from Susquehanna Brewing Company from Pittston, Pennsylvania, I'm pretty sure. So I'll be doing a head-to-head of that, which will probably be a little bit of a long one because obviously it's two huge Imperial Stouts. So anyway, yep, I'm going to give this one an 8.5. I actually really like this one. Definitely pick this up. If you ever see it, I got this over at, where did I get this one? Got this one over at either Exeter at Sabatini's, or I got this one, I'm pretty sure it was at Sabatini's. It might have been at the Georgetown Deli, but I'm pretty sure it was at Sabatini's. But anyway, definitely a good beer. Check it out, from Denmark. I've never seen anyone review this. I've never heard of this beer. And this was a nice porter. And if you do like to mix it up and just go with a beautiful traditional porter, London style porter or anything like that, definitely awesome. Definitely good stuff. After this one, actually, I'm going to just sit down and as a nightcap, because third shift, I'm going to be drinking Zvacek's porters. So I'm going to be drinking this porter afterwards, which is, I think, might be more of a Baltic porter, but I don't know. But I'm going to be enjoying that one, which is another beautiful porter. So definitely check out that one and this one. And look for me probably around 7:30 tonight. I'll be back online for about an hour, almost an hour long review. Mother in Hell is down tomorrow. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, cheers. I'm sorry to hear that, and cheers to everyone. So, yep, 8.5 for the Limfjords Porter. It's gone. I'm mourning now, so I have to have a beer because I'm in mourning. I'm actually very upset. The only way I can get over this is having another beer. There we go. So I'll pour the Zvacek beer out. I picked this one up at Bloom Brew, and I think it's only like $1 something a can, or a bottle rather. It's like $1 or $2 a bottle. This thing is 9% and delicious as hell. So if you haven't had this beer, you need to have this beer because it's fucking good. Anyway, so I'm going to enjoy these as a nightcap and maybe try to clean a little bit more, clean myself up. Now I'm going to clean the house up a little bit. Anyway, thanks for everyone for now. after everything's over, people are tuning in. 8.5 for the Limfjords Porter. Now I'm going to enjoy this one, and I will see you tonight. Hopefully, if you want to join in when I do these big beers side by side. Probably about, cheers, Jeff and Matt. About 7:30 p.m. probably Eastern Standard Time. I'll be doing a head-to-head with these two big barrel-aged beers, or the one regular Imperial Stout, the one barrel-aged. So if you're available for that, hey, that's great. And Jeff, if you have a nice big cigar, get an Imperial Stout and crack one open and light one up. So there we go. Anyway, this has been Paul for PABrewNews. Cheers. Excuse me. Did I mention it has carbonation? That is a good beer. Anyway, till next time, watch that finger.